All right, welcome in everybody, bright and early to Wednesday's episode of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 8:15 on the East Coast, covering the full slate of MLB games today. We have the Cubs and the Pirates are the only teams off, but we have about 9 day games, I believe, and 5 night games. So we got you covered bright and early to get you locked in. Just like yesterday, get some nice closing line value on those plays and get you ready for the day. As usual, it's powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be tapping in with them there. We're live on Twitter and YouTube. We know it's early. You probably haven't had your coffee yet, but we know the chat will still be popping and live. So we'll be able to shout you out on Twitter. But if you want to be featured on the show, you already know to hop over to the YouTube page. Here they already are. Yeah, the breakfast bread. I think Bakari is the one who said that yesterday. Now I got Jedi ATL saying it as well. We appreciate it. And as usual, we got our man Chad tapping in daily. We appreciate all our subs from day one. So if this is your first episode, it's a great time to be here.
Yes, sir. Another profitable day in the books. I think things are going really well this week for the most part. Easy call on the Yankees last night. You should have seen. You should have
And
seen
that's
my messages when the Yankees scored 2 runs in the first inning. Oh, what are you doing? First five, full game. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, I think the Mets care more about it. And like I said, injuries are starting to mount up. John Carlo just got put on the IL yesterday with an Achilles. This is a team that knows what the goal is. Be right for October. Maybe go get another bat. Maybe go get another arm. Bolster that bullpen because it's at this point you got to play the long game if you're the Yankees. It's not the like there's nothing required for the immediate, if that makes any sense.
I
Um,
mean, it's not like they haven't done this for the past 3 seasons overall, though. And it's almost the past few seasons they've gotten their sparks after starting off a little bit slower when the bench and the more utility guys have came in. And then it's when you're working the main guys back into the lineup late in the season is when we saw the Yankees tailor off. So this is kind of a different route where they're going this year, but we've seen it before. They've had enough guys in the farm system to be able to plug and play with the enough money around it, and they'll spend whatever they need to if they really have to this deadline.
oh, absolutely. They'll finally because I think everybody in the organization believes that this team is indeed capable of winning a World Series. They had a historic first half, um, and when you win, it motivates your owners to spend more money, which is hopefully what happens with Baltimore. But time will tell.
Hey,
Um,
the O's, another win streak. Good call for you yesterday. That's 4 in a row for them. They're no longer in the bottom of the AL East, even though I think the Red Sox are just a game under 500, so it's not like the bottom of all the other divisions there. But the O's, man, they're making their way up the charts. Gotta love it.
Gotta pray that the owner's son doesn't fuck this off. Also, great call on Toronto turning into the Phillies after firing their manager. 8-1 under the new manager. You saw Buck Martinez back in the booth last night, first time since getting diagnosed with cancer. So yeah, it looks like there might be a rallying cry in Toronto. The most inconsistent team in baseball decided to start playing good baseball as soon as they fired their manager.
Yeah, it's good that it carried over All-Star break for them because it definitely didn't for the Phils. But other
Absolutely.
than that, coming off a 2-0 night, thanks to the Brewers and Hunter Renfro hitting the bomb in the second inning to get us the first 5 team total. And then the Fish, nothing better than seeing that short price next to the Reds. And then the Fish came through for us. But yes, Picard, your favorite breakfast bread, and Barry saying it as well. I think that's enough about last night. Sosa, we got a full slate, a lot of afternoon action where people are going to be out in the field listening to or out in the work sites listening to it, or in the offices. But where we starting?
First play we're gonna go with is listen. We're going straight to the Dodger game. This is a noon start in LA. I'm going on the super run line, and I'm also betting on them -3.5, -2.5 plus 112, -3.5 plus 164, going up against Corbin. we've absolutely destroyed lefties the last 3 times we've seen them. Even with wild lineups where once we put 4 lefties in the lineup against a lefty and we absolutely destroyed Suarez. It's a Dodger day. We've lost 2 straight. No fucking way you're getting swept by the Washington Nationals in your house. You come out, and you handle business. That is not. There's nothing cute about losing to the Washington Nationals. Best team in baseball. If you're scared, go to church. Going up against Patrick Corbin. I know Heaney's pitching for us. I don't give a fuck. That's my first. If you're scared, go to church for the week. I don't have time for it. Wednesday night Bible study, it's going to be too early. So, yeah, those are my first 2 plays of the day.
I was about to say, playing the Nats gets pretty tough sometimes. I can feel your pain there. But team total sitting at 5.5 for the full game, 3.5 at the plus 117 with Corbin coming in here. So you're not going to have much to say on tomorrow's episode if you guys take a L today. But what we like for number 2.
Second play, we're going to the Houston Astros. It seems like the Dodgers and Astros have these like series where they give back money. They did it last year against Baltimore. I don't know if you remember. They were on like a 13-game win streak last year, and then they lost like a 4-game set to Baltimore at home. Now they're playing. They're playing against Oakland. Oakland's gotten 2. Kind of the same scenario here in regards to them and the Dodgers. Elite team versus a bad team. And just not letting a trash team sweep you. That's unacceptable. You don't do that when you're an elite baseball team. I have my favorite play is that you're getting the Houston team total at 4 at even money. I'm going with the over 4. I think that again, I think Houston and LA gotta come through here. It's not you can't lose a full set to 2 terrible teams. That's not player. Nothing respectable about that.
All right. So the first one I'll be rocking with here, kind of simple. You already know where we're going at. We can get the number at 1.5 for the first 5 team total of the Tigers at minus 104.
I wonder why you're doing that.
What?
I wonder why you're doing that.
Yes, sir. So I know Picari will be happy here. Fading you on the road didn't work out too well last time. It was a nice start, but now you got a nice 110 start in Detroit. I think this is where he comes back to form. We only need to get 2 across the board in the first 5. We don't have to rattle off his stats like we've done every other episode with that 4.74 ERA, but we'll take the Tigers first 5 over 1.5 minus 104.
I got it at plus 105 on DraftKings. Better price.
Yep, I play what I have available. So that's how you know we don't lie.
Plus 105, better price. So if you guys are searching, you guys want a better number, you can get a better number on that. I was also on that with you. I knew obviously you Darvish on the road, it's easily fadeable. I mean, he has like that 1 every 5 where he's decent on the road and then he's absolutely garbage. Hold on 1 second.
Another one that we suggested to go back to your trend because that's where you're talking about good teams not getting swept by trash teams on the road. But the Giants, they're no longer in that quality of good teams. I don't think you ever classified them this season into that. But you can get them at like a minus 110 to a minus 115 price today with Webb on the mound going against Gallen. Probably the only factor there. But last night, they're laying that minus 185 price, laying 2 huge prices so far this series. The books have finally adjusted. Any action here?
They may have packed it in. I'll be totally honest with you.
They gave up like the Philistines did on Gabe?
Yeah, I just don't think they're responding. They have no leadership in the clubhouse. I don't know, man. They just can't get my money. If you like it, we can roll with it. But
no. When the team's on a streak like this, I like to go against it and say the team's going to find its level at some point. But I don't know, man. Not really worth it at this point because with Logan Webb on the road, he has a 3.16 ERA. His last 3 starts, he's been solid with the 1.50. So maybe you just have to take them on the first 5, but you're still paying a juicier price for there. And then Gallen, I doubt they move him. If they do, they're going to have to give a huge return on investment for that because he's probably the bright spot there. But stay away from my point. I didn't know if you wanted to back your favorite team in baseball.
No. We're gonna go. We're going to the third day in a row of no runs first inning. Our favorite bet.
Your favorite bet.
And we're gonna go to Minnesota versus Milwaukee. You're gonna get it at -115. Burns is good for 3. Archer's good for 3. No home runs, no solo shots. We're gonna get out of there with 6 outs. No runs first inning. Minnesota versus Milwaukee at -115. That's where I'm at. That's the only look I really love in that one.
Well, yeah, I like that one there with Archer because they've basically shown this season he's not seen the lineup for a third time. The first 2, he's clean. They've capped him at 5, sure, with the injury history and everything else like that, but he's had short appearances every single time, so I do like that angle there.
Yes, sir.
So we haven't talked about – you talked about yesterday's Subway Series. What are you doing today in it, if anything?
Scherzer. There's a Scherzer tax against the Yankees, who you always pay a tax to bet on.
Not today. The Yankees, this might be the best price you get on them all season.
Yeah, but it also shows that like they've got. See, listen, no Giancarlo in the lineup means now you can pretty much pitch around Judge. You know what I mean? Like when you have to face Giancarlo after him, right?
Mm-hmm.
It puts the onus on getting Judge out a little bit more, right? So you can't be as cautious, you know what I mean? Because you can't afford for both of them to get on or to kill you, right? With no Giancarlo, I think teams are going to basically say we would rather anyone beat us but you, and I think the walk numbers with Giancarlo are about to go up. I think teams are just going to pitch around him. It'd be fucking dumb not to.
The best point to that is just as long as you also get Rizzo out, which he's either bomb or strikeout at this point or field out because he's batting sub 225. Exactly. He's going to become now the biggest piece in that lineup to step up to get the protection there. I don't know. If it was probably anyone else but then Germán on the mound, I'd probably have to do it because second start back. Before this season, he hadn't pitched till about this same time last year. Didn't look too hot in the first one. Sure, Scherzer took a loss in his last appearance, I believe, as well. So usually see him bounce back. I don't know. I think it's a stay away here.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling on that for sure.
So someone said you were back in the Red Sox today.
Oh, you mean the last time we saw you, Evaldi didn't give up 4 touchdowns?
Well, he personally didn't give up 4 touchdowns. He just got 3 field goals through.
Oh, okay. That was not bad.
Or they got safety, but the safety wouldn't have been on him.
Jesus Christ.
So how do you – that's one of the biggest ones where he's got to bounce back, right?
I mean – he can't be any worse than he was the other night. You know what I mean? Like that was obviously like the worst pitching performance of his fucking life. So I'd like to think that, a bounce back is definitely in the cards for him. I think he has there's good potential for him to bounce back. I would say that, yes.
I don't know. Both of these teams have been just basically going in the wrong direction at the most important time right now. The Guardians, if they can get this one here, they can be looking pretty solid back in it, especially if the Brewers take care of business again. Then the Guardians would only be 1 game back, be looking good for your future that you took at a solid price as well. So big game here for tonight. My biggest factor of why I'm staying off the Guardians is just because you'd have to be backing a Contrail on the mound, and that's really
he's been decent as of recently.
3.18 last 3 road starts, 4.54 overall. But yeah, his last 2 appearances have been solid, but his past 3 have all came against in the division. So that's just where I don't know. So you like any underdogs or what else you like for player props wise tonight?
I have a parlay, a same game parlay
Oh shit. You said the word.
in the White Sox Colorado Rockies game, and that's Chris Bryant for 2 total bases and Jose Abreu for 2 total bases. It comes out to like 225 plus 225. Love the value. Both players are seeing the ball very, very well right now, and the game's being played in Colorado. I can't see back-to-back games, having low scoring. And that's out.
Especially with Giolito on the mound.
Yeah, the score was 2-1 last night. Like, that's going to change drastically today. I think the game trends towards the over, but again, 6-5, you still get everything you want, even if it doesn't go over. I think the over is like 11.5 now. So,
Yeah, Giolito's last 3 is the 6.19 ERA overall. Santazella has a 7.50 overall in this past 3. So 11.5 says it for a reason, but last night we had the same number as well.
Right. And then, today they get after it. I firmly believe that.
All right, so I'm surprised I didn't hear the O's for the money line here.
Yeah, no, they want us. They got us paid last night. No need to,
you don't have to keep. Wow, the first time you ever said don't keep riding the wave if they've gotten you.
It's 4 straight again. But just again, it's a tentative type of thing. You don't know how active the Orioles are with trying to get rid of players. We give you the Cubs, for example. We just saw Contreras pretty much like hug it out with the whole fucking team because he knows he's gone.
Yeah, that was a little strange.
Yeah, like that's kind of what's going on in Baltimore. Like half their fucking roster is up for grabs, according to what reports say. You know what I mean? But the players keep playing well, so it's a tough scenario to like actively bet them every day. It's a difficult scenario to navigate, to be honest. Like I listen. I would love to see them go on like a 9 out of 10 run here, and really put some pressure on management. But we'll see. When the number one guy that they're talking about being traded is Cedric Mullins, and he leads the game off with a home run, his stock's not going. It's only going up. You know what I mean? He led off the game with a dinger yesterday. I don't know where Contreras is getting rumored to. They said Happ as well, right? Happ is on his way out too. So like, if they're not vaccinated, they're not going to the AL East. We'll just make that one clear. That's one of the biggest things too with players being traded at the deadline. Like Benintendi was supposed to be the number one candidate. He's not vaccinated. AL East teams are going to have to play Toronto. They don't want to trade for someone who's not available for games within their division. That's something that, like I said, people have to really pay attention to, especially with the AL East. That's major. Because you got 3 teams, maybe 4, that will be trying to spend money at the deadline.
So Honey Bear's digging. I mean, I guess she's ready for the hungry dog of the day.
And what are we rolling with?
There's some nice candidates today. Not going to rock with the Phils. I don't think Gibby gets it done today. Even though when you think they're up, they're down. When they're down, they're up. So probably today would be the best time to do it. I think Contreras probably might end up to the Mets because they really didn't give up much to give up for Vogelbach so far. And if that was going to be their piece for first base, I think they could use him behind the plate.
Hey, man, shout out to Vogelbach. He can run.
Yeah, I'm saying they still need a catcher.
Watching that fat motherfucker run the bases the other day was hilarious.
You can maybe talk about the Angels because Shohei was fine. Had a home run last night. The foul ball off the shin was nothing. That series just seems to be flipping back and forth. One team's won 7-0, then it goes 6-0. The Nationals were going to be a good look today, Sosa, but you're all over the dot. No, I'm just fucking with you on that one. That'd be the hungriest dog there is out there today.
I mean, listen, you know how I feel about minus 300 money lines. If you're gonna be betting on a team like that, you better believe that they're gonna go out there and beat the shit out of them. That's what I believe.
Well, Sosa, it's pretty obvious. Fish Money line, plus 132. The Reds are laying my minus 145 price.
No reason for that.
Well, Castillo's on the mound. It's the Montas factor, kind of just like yesterday. Pitching to get out of the city. So sure, Castillo's going to be there, but I mean, he's run past 3 starts, 1.29 ERA, 7 innings in each, 1 run given up in each. He's been on fire against the Yankees, the Rays, the Braves. It's all going to be coming down against the Fish today.
Also, I watched some of Hunter Green yesterday. Bro, he throws hard. Like he had a 3-pitch sequence, it was 101, 102, 101. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, why aren't they talking about this kid more? I guess he just, he's not a complete pitcher yet, but Jesus, bro.
They just don't want to move him.
Effortlessly throws 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's probably like the only untouchable that they have. Kind of like how Arizona really only has Gallen, unless you're really just going to give up completely everything. But Hunter Green still needs a few years. So that's where a playoff team, you don't want to get them there maybe too soon. But yeah, Castillo.
100, bro. Like that. I was watching that shit like, damn, it didn't even look like he was throwing that hard.
Yeah, the Mariners was the other potential look, but they're only a baby dog at plus 105. So
indeed.
Fish plus 132.
There it is. That's those are all the plays for today. Make sure you guys check out Extra Dough with JD. Lots of college football betting that will be happening over the next season. He's got you covered with every possible scenario, and he just keeps pumping out the content. So keep up. Make sure you guys check out on the playlist Extra Dough with JD. And yeah, I think that's it for me, man. Happy Wednesday. Enjoy your day in the office.
Yeah, fuck that. Yes, sir. Until tomorrow, the smaller slate finally comes at us, but full day slate. So if you didn't catch us live, just run it back to catch the plays. We appreciate everyone. Tap in, like, retweet, subscribe.